Hi guys, so what I thought I'd do is refilm Friday night's content just because we had that fun with the audio and the visual. So I'm going to show you we call them coordination sets, which is a series of movements strung together. Now I'm going to show you a coordination set, and I'm going to show you how you can practice it with a training sword, an umbrella, a Chinese straight sword, European straight sword, or a wooden stick, because I want to point out that, so with Phoenix Arts is whatever we need it to be whenever we need it to be. And, you know, we don't get to walk down the streets with a sword anymore, okay? But that doesn't mean that the lessons that we learn from sword training can't be applied in other areas of our life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this coordination set as we might do it with this sword, and then how we can do it with other swords, so that if you're stuck at home and you want to do sword training, but you can't can't go to the local store and get a training sword, or you can't order one in, then there's things around the house that you can use. I personally love using umbrellas. Okay, the long umbrellas, they're just great for this kind of work. Yes, you can't hit anything, but usually their length is okay, and so you can just get started. Okay, so for this one, the scenario, all right, we'll give a bit of a scenario on this one, is we're walking along and we see a threat. All right, so we're going to pull the sword from out of our belt, and we're here. We're going to take one leg forward, and it's going to be the opposite to which side that the sword's on. Now, if your dominant hand is this one, then you'd have the sword on the opposite side so you can grab and draw it. If your dominant hand is this one, then once again, opposite side so that you can draw it. Okay, you can do this both sides. So if you prefer to use a sword with your left arm, your left hand, then do that. Okay, but I'm just going to show on this side right now. So I've got it on the opposite side to me. I'm going to take one foot forward. I'm going to put my hands here. What I'm going to do is the leg closest to the direction I want to go in, which is that way, I'm going to move that first. And so I'm going to show you the whole thing. So I'm going to come back, I'm going to catch, I'm going to butt, draw, stab. Okay, so that's the coordination set. I'll show you a little bit slower. Someone's coming in, I'm going to move to this corner and I'm going to catch it. Now you could bring it down here if you want, but I'm just going to bring it up here. And then I'm going to just thrust it in straight away, keep that forward, draw the blade, and then from here you can either step forward or shuffle in. And it'll really depend on what kind of situation you've got playing in your mind. Okay, let's see what it looks like with some of the other tools. So this is a Buck-toe. It's a wooden training sword of the Japanese katana, the sword that a lot of people will call a samurai sword. Okay, so same thing again. So this can either be a wooden stick or a tool used for training the sword. Okay, this is not a toy. So from here, same thing. I'll have it to the side. I'm going to come away, catch, butt, draw, and then step stab is the one that I'd like to do right now. All right, and just for those who are left hand, I'll show you the left hand side as well. So the leg furthest away from the sword is forward. I put my hand on top. I'm going to move in the direction, the leg closest to the direction wants to move first, and then I'm going to take a step back and swipe to the side. I'm going to butt, draw, and then I'm going to shuffle and stab, because that's the variation that I want to do. So you guys can practice with whatever one you want. You can do a step forward or a shuffle in, and you can do both sides. All right, on to the other ones. Let's use this. And as you see, it doesn't really matter what I put in my hand, I can still use it. So from here to the side, catch, butt, draw, and then this one I'm going to shuffle in. Okay, I'll show you from the other side. leg furthest away from the sword. From here, move this leg to the side, but pull it out and then stab. Okay, on to another variation. Let's use a Chinese straight sword. And you've seen me do a lot from this angle, so I'm going to do this angle now. From here, I'm going to shuffle, step, butt, draw, and this one I'm going to step forward. Okay, and then come back. I'll do it once more. I'll use the umbrella, and there's that one. Let's do it one more time. From here, catch. Once again, you can also do low catch if you want. Catch, butt, stab, and then in. Okay. And now for the last one, handy umbrella, which I like to think most of us have in the home, even in this pandemic time. So I'm going to do once both sides for this, and that will be this one. Leg furthest away from the sword, or in this case, umbrella. Step, butt, pull. I'm going to shuffle, stab. Let's do the other side. Step, butt, pull, and I'm going to step forward this time. All right, so have fun with that, guys. And look, I've used anything from an umbrella to a European sword to a Japanese sword. Okay, so you can pretty much put whatever you want in your hand and still practice coordination set.